bursts open with an epic battle raging between humans and monstrous creatures, all fighting for the release of prisoners trapped within the last monster dungeon. The humans, brave but overwhelmed, begin to retreat, as they can't hold back the skeleton monsters. A brave hero named Seo Moon Yeob steps forward. With courage in his heart and determination in his voice, he utters his last words: "If you make it, you all better write me a biography," as he stands tall for one final, last stand to save humanity. Sacrificing himself in a blaze of glory, he becomes a legend in the eyes of those he fights to protect. After the battle subsides, the story explores the world order. Not only did humanity create civilization on Earth, but those who lived underground also forged their own society, drastically different from the surface. Their decision to take over the world above spells doom for humanity, as their mystical powers render human weapons useless. Just when all hope seems lost, the mystical power of the underworld awakens superhuman abilities in some people, allowing humanity to mount a counterattack. The struggle against the underground civilization rages on, culminating in a fate-deciding moment in 2005 when the 7 mightiest superhumans unite to face the final dungeon. The last dungeon was the focal point of the monstrous underground forces, and their victory in this grueling war grants these 7 heroes the revered title of 7 Heroes, hailed as saviors of humanity. Among them stands Seo Moon Yeob, their revered leader, who valiantly fought to save everyone but tragically did not survive the final battle. He ascends to the realm of legend while his companions rise to become shining stars on Earth. 17 years later, an awe-inspiring representative game unfolds in the Seoul Arena. It features virtual sword fights showcasing the superhuman capabilities between South Korea and France. Nathan Vernon, one of the top 3 superhumans, dominates the field, overpowering Korea's players and killing them. Only Hai Yang, daughter of one of the 7 heroes, remains to fight Nathan. But the weight of her team's weaknesses leaves her no possible chance to win the match. In a devastating blow, France claims victory over South Korea with a humiliating 2-0 score. The times have changed, and Korea struggles to adapt to a world devoid of monsters and underground civilization. Despite being home of 2 great heroes, South Korea still fails to acquire victory. The audience is enraged with continuous failures, causing the audience to demand player replacements. Jae-ho, a former hero himself, considers retirement after leading the team through 3 continuous losses. Back in his office, Jae-ho reminisces about his friend Seo Moon Yeob, wonders if Korea's days of glory died with him that day. However, just when hope seems to dwindle, a shocking call from the association's president changes everything for Jae-ho and everyone. An armored figure descends through a portal in the sky and crashes onto Gwangwon Square. As the dust settles, it becomes evident that this mysterious figure is none other than the deceased hero and leader of the other 6 heroes, Seo Moon Yeob. Seo Moon Yeob's last memory is a vivid recollection of his valiant battle against the menacing monsters in the last dungeon. Night after night, the haunting dream engulfs him until he finally awakens in a present-day Korean hospital. Disoriented and confused, he learns that the year is now 2022, and to his astonishment, everyone believed him to be long gone. Panic surges through him as he questions what has become of his belongings. The nurse delivers the bitter truth: in his absence as per his will, his money has been donated to charitable causes, his house transformed into a museum, and his car auctioned off, leaving him totally homeless. As if this turmoil wasn't enough, reporters surround the hospital. Seo Moon Yeob is disappointed to see that even after 17 years, these news reporters haven't changed. Seeking solace and self-assurance, Seo Moon Yeob asks for a mirror and is astounded to see his reflection unchanged, identical to the man he was in 2005. It turns out that he possesses extraordinary abilities, such as the eyes of analysis, enabling him to perceive current and future potentials of any target. These powers elevated him to become the world's strongest superhuman, and ultimately, a leader among the illustrious 7 heroes. He even took back Jae-ho under his wing as a disciple, recognizing his latent talent despite considering him a loser initially. 17 years have passed, but still Seo Moon Yeob's indicators remain the same as they were 30 years ago. However, a newfound strength has emerged, surpassing the bounds of human willpower by 110 out of 100. He now possesses an astounding new superpower, immortality, a gift he earned through the epic battle in the last dungeon. It is a phenomenon that some people can tap into new superpowers at dire moments. In the hospital ward, an emotional reunion unfolds as Bak Jae-ho appears, rekindling the bond of old friends. Bak Jae-ho weeps with joy at the sight of his long-lost friend. Later, on the hospital rooftop during the evening, Jae-ho shares how they fulfilled Seo Moon Yeob's dream by publishing a book about his legacy and producing 2 blockbuster movies in his honor. However, amidst the glory, Seo Moon Yeob finds himself without a home, a stark contrast to his once celebrated status. Jae-ho, ever the loyal friend, offers him to stay in his own home. As he settles in, Seo Moon Yeob discovers the existence of the Battlefield game, materializing the dungeons where he once battled the underground civilization. To which he thinks that Korea, the home of many superheroes, should be on top of the sport, but Jae-ho informs him that Korea, once a powerhouse, now dwells at the very bottom of the sport. His homeland, the very place he once fought so valiantly to protect, struggles to reclaim its former glory, leaving Seo Moon Yeob deeply shocked by this stark reality. As the car carries Seo Moon Yeob and Bak Jae-ho to Jae-ho's house, the cause of Koreans' failure is revealed. The weakness of South Korea in the National Battlefield Cup is a consequence of government officials' incompetence and fear. They sought control over superhumans after the war, leading many of the strongest to leave the country, becoming players or coaches elsewhere. It's a familiar tale of one evil being vanquished only for another to rise in its place. Seo Moon Yeob's disappointment in politicians deepens, dampening any hope he had left. Bak Jae-ho extends an offer for Seo Moon Yeob to become the coach of the national team, hoping to elevate South Korea's status. But Seo Moon Yeob declines, no longer desiring the life of a superhuman, wanting to leave it all behind and escape the media circus that follows heroics. He yearns to be free from the title of the supposed savior of South Korea on Battlefield. Amidst the tension, Seo Moon Yeob notices a beautiful sight and comments on the beauty of a hot young girl on a billboard, only to discover she is Bak Jae-ho's grown-up daughter, who he once knew as a 6-year-old little girl. The awkwardness dissipates as Jae-ho calms the situation. At Jae-ho's home, he meets Jae-ho's wife, Han Seung-hee. Seo Moon Yeob is further confounded by the sight of those he knew in their youth and now matured adults. Feeling lost, he indulges in the simple joys of life, immersing himself in binge-watching 17 years worth of released K-dramas, wanting to live for himself. Outside Jae-ho's house, journalists have set demand of leaving only when they get to see the revived hero, and Seo Moon Yeob agrees to a press conference to spare his friend from media headaches. Seo Moon Yeob was known for having a temper and causing havoc in moments of anger. At the conference, his temper flares as he openly expresses his disinterest in the attention of journalists, wishing to be free of them after this event. Questions are fired at him, but he tries to remain stoic, claiming that everything ended for him with the fight in the last dungeon, and he has no memory of how he returned. When asked about participating in the battlefield, he reiterates his decision to be stepping away from the superhuman world. Provoked by reports of Gerald Walker, an American superhuman calling the 7 heroes a team of weaklings, Seo Moon Yeob defiantly challenges him to a real-life fight, promising to bury him in his backyard if he dares to fight him. Finally tipping it all off with showing Gerald a middle finger. Gerald was watching the broadcast, and this gesture of disrespect is met with fury from Gerald, who asks Zachary Wood to arrange his flight to Korea. As the stage is set for a clash between these formidable titans, the tension intensifies, leaving everyone on edge for what is going to happen. Hey, wonderful viewers! Your support means the world to me, and I can't thank you enough for joining me on this exciting journey of Manwa recaps. Your feedback and engagement will be valuable in shaping the future of content on this channel. I'm constantly striving to make these recaps even better, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. How did you like the recap style in this video? Is there anything you'd like to see changed or improved? Feel free to drop your suggestions and ideas in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up by hitting the like button. Your passion for Manwa drives me to put my heart and soul into creating these recaps. I promise to continue delivering quality content, packed with effortful narration and unique perspectives on your favorite manhwas. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. By subscribing, you won't miss any of our captivating recaps and exciting updates. As a special thank you, I'll be featuring some of the most insightful comments in our next video, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts. Plus, I'm excited to announce that we have some fantastic manhwa lined up for future recaps, so stay tuned and be a part of this incredible manhwa community. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your unwavering support and enthusiasm. Let's continue this fantastic journey together. diving into the captivating world of Manwa. Keep reading, keep sharing, and until next time, take care and keep smiling.